Alrighty, welcome back to another episode of Brown and Son.
This episode we're travelling out to Bigga because we bought this the chicken caravan from Bigga, which is a sort of central New South Wales. It's a bit northwest of Crookwell, where they grow the potatoes. This fellow's got a farm at the end of this massively long gravel road down in the valley.
You're seeing a little photo of that here. The sort of, we're coming over the hill just here, looking down on the valley. And the lake.
Amazingly, on both trips we hit the same rock with the bottom of the car. But down the bottom of the valley, it's just a beautiful scene. What's the dam there? Do you remember?
No.
There's a big dam there anyway. It's a one-way road. It doesn't go anywhere. Just to the farms that are farming in the valley.
Alrighty. On with the show. Loading up for the trip to get the chicken caravan. This is the tow bar off it. It's heavy, bugger.
That hit my ankle. Fell off and hit my ankle.
Jeez.
Yeah, we cut the tow bar off recently because it needed to be 8 metres long. With the tow bar it was 9.5 metres, which you'd have to get pay another $1,000 for the tilt tray to go in there to get it. The main reason we got this fairly cheaply was because it's a homemade one, but it's quite excellent. It was too wide to freight easily.
Feels on the back.
It's a 600 chicken outfit.
So we're just testing if the generator will run the welder, because we'll need that out in the paddock. There's a key for it. And here.
This is a real beaut little generator I bought off a retired couple. In Sydney. It's called a Redback. It's actually got a remote start button. They're worth about $2,000. I picked this one up, only done 40 hours for $800. I'm pretty pleased with this. Will go on top of the cool room. Oh, you're trying to film it?
That's all good, yeah, keep going. So it looks like the welder works just fine on the generator.
So here we go on the way to Bigga. We will find out a bit later that Bigga, the actual town of Bigga, the little town, doesn't have any internet.
So we've just arrived at Bigga. 3 hours later. Quiet little town. This is where we're staying for the night. Bigga Hotel.
So we're now on the way down into the valley. There's a road that goes down to this big lake. I forget the name of it.
Isn't it beautiful out there? It's called Lake Wyangala. Wyangala?
Wellingala.
Something like that.
It go through all this real tiger country, you know, it's real crap country, and then you go down in this beautiful valley at the end of the road. The fella had a sheep. He did chickens in a big way, this bloke. Well, he had a lot of capital expenditure, which I sort of don't really believe in. I try and keep the capital.
Everything's on the cheap in a deal.
Yeah, anything you can save a few bob on, that's...
The fella bought the farm here to run the chickens. It didn't work out. It's too far away from the market. Little shed on the way, made out of rough cut timber. Out the back there, is there a house here or not? We drive up.
Look at that shearing shed. Wonderful.
We go down there. Maybe there's...
What an effort to build that, eh?
Turn around here anyway.
Have a bit of a look-see.
Yeah, see down here we have the shearers' quarters. That shed with the doors not used anymore, of course. And then you have the cookhouse, which is the one to your right there. And a little bit behind the cookhouse, you can just see the roof of the meat room. It's that tin roof, funny shaped tin roof to the left of the cookhouse. Is the and down the bottom.
Chimney as well.
See that? Yeah, an old chimney. The chimney's on the cookhouse, and down the bottom here you'll see the toilet, right down to the right there.
The old outhouse.
The outhouse for the shearers. I used to be a shearer, and that's where I used to camp sometimes. That type of place. Pretty big shearing shed. 6 stand.
In the heart of the valley.
Yeah. A nice little bin there with the auger on it. Wouldn't mind taking that with us. See the lake, or the beginning of the lake. A pretty big lake, I think. They have a lot of water sports. And right down the bottom of this hill is our chicken caravan waiting for us, hopefully, without having had a tree
Still there,
fall
but
on.
yeah, and hasn't had a tree fall on it. Down into the heart of the valley.
The fella we bought it from, he shifted it away so the tree wouldn't fall on it, but then we went there and shifted it back. So
I can't remember why we shifted it back over there.
it's closer to the power. Didn't have a generator.
Gotcha.
Now we've got a generator.
So we could cut it off. Well, now we've got a battery angle grind.
Where the rock was. The other car somewhere here.
Yeah, we went over a pretty big rock with the Prius. Not too much clearance. The Prius is pretty low to the ground, so you really feel it.
We're just about down in the valley now. It's the place where our caravan is at the end of the road. And it's not far now.
The end of the line.
You see all these overhanging branches? They became quite a challenge getting the thing out on the back of the
Tomorrow
truck.
we have a tilt tray coming here, I hope.
Because this fellow, he paid $70,000 for a caravan.
It's beautiful down here in the valley. When the people saw it, when they came down to look at the farm for sale, they thought, wow. Down here in the valley, but totally inappropriate for egg production. It's so far away from the market in Sydney.
Just the
Come out
thought
this
of
rough
having to
road
bring
every
the
day.
eggs out here every day. And he sold them into the
Drive.
Sydney market, which was pretty amazing.
Anyway, we're coming up to it now. This is the farm. Hopefully our caravan's still there.
There's our caravan behind the shed there.
Is it still there?
Yeah, it's still there, no tree.
Oh, great. Nah, she blows.
Oh, look at it there. What a beauty.
Gates open, everything.
Oh, good on ya. Good on ya.
I've got the for sale on the gate.
Isn't she a beauty?
Take the bloody solar off, Nick.
We're going to take the first couple of take the panels off so it fits on the tilt tray. Bit narrower. It's starting to look a little bit respectable here.
A little bit what? You are?
Respectable.
Yeah. So on these adventures, you've got to take just about the whole tool set because you don't really know what you might need. The problem with the Caravan is it's too long. We've taken the tow bar off, so that's good. Had a fair bit of trouble putting it back on, mind you. And then the roof made too wide, so we've got to take the roof off. And even then, it's still, 3.7.
Just improvising up a bit of a ladder to put on the bearer to get those high runner screws off up the top. Improvising is the key word here. We bought the whole shed and it's still not enough.
Forgot the screw.
That's his silo, you can see at the back there. It's a beautiful thing.
Borrow your rattle gun. Solar panel coming off.
He paid $10,000 for his cool room. Brand new. No expense spared, this fella.
Poor bugger.
We paid $2,900 for our cool room, which is a mobile one.
That was another adventure getting the cool room.
Yeah, pity we couldn't have videoed that, Nick.
This is all to save a few bob to have the cheaper tilt tray.
Well, it's $1,000, yeah, extra for the big one. So we hired the 8-metre tilt. There was a 10-metre tilt, but that's an extra $1,000.
And maybe another escort?
Yeah, why not?
Second escort car?
No, the length is not a problem. It's just the width. The solar is to drive charge the battery in the Caravan to run the lights.
Time to take out a lot of screws. I think I sped this up a bit there. I'll put some sunscreen on. Oh, that's the way to work, isn't it?
Mm.
Ladder's all made. I'm forever getting sunburnt.
Looks like we took our big ladder there.
No, this is the one we found. Right? You found,
yeah.
remember, just next to the. This is what it's like. This is the reverse of putting a roof on a house. So we built two tin houses. And yeah, you basically do this, but in the opposite way. Screw it in instead of screw it off.
When we put it back together, we insulated it. I happened by at the green shed, which is the rubbish tip in Canberra, a roll of this really expensive insulation. Bought it for $20. I think it was worth $300 or $400 a roll. So
The guy behind him said, "Oh, you've done well there, mate." First tin sheet. So it's nice and insulated now, the Caravan. Keep the chickens a bit warmer.
We're going behind a cloud here. It feels lovely.
And they're all laying in there.
this year is the year of the bog. We've had a lot of rain. Also, it's beginning to be the year of the mouse plague. We've got a bit of a mouse plague happening at the moment. But anyway, that's a bit further down the track. So we've gone along and we've numbered all the sheets so we know
Which order to put them on so the holes line up again. I keep trying to catch them here when you drop them.
15 to go. 11 on this side, 10 on this side. They used to have their chickens up in those trees way up there, and they used to come down to the bed. That's a bit of a worry. They used to have them up in those trees up there.
Yeah.
They used to come down here.
This was in the summer, got my shorts on there.
I remember it being pretty hot. I mean, summer was what, 6 months ago?
Yeah.
It's very wintry currently. It's wet and cold. So when you're putting a sheet of tin on the house, the tricky bit is the bit where it's all loose. Taking it off here is pretty easy, but it just sort of slides down. When you're putting it on, we had Chris, my brother, hanging onto them from below, and then Dad and I up on the roof, sort of pulling them up. And they can really catch the wind. They can go to the wind, turns into a giant sail.
The sort of red stuff on the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's recording.
Got the last sheet here on this left-hand side.
Yeah, we parked a little bit close to the fence. You can always sort of figure things out in retrospect. We should have parked it across towards the ute a bit further, give us a bit more room. Because we've taken the tow bar off, so we can't move it really.
I think I remember Murray helped putting him back on.
Yeah.
Murray and Mum. He built this caravan himself, though.
He did, yeah.
Fellow
He's
who
a
owns the
plumber,
farm.
so he's probably got a roof plumbing. You know, he's quite a good welder. He built it using the SKA rollaway nest boxes.
So this is the tow bar we've got to put back on to shift it. Cut it off so it'd meet the, 8 metre length?
You probably put the
8 metre
wheels
length
a bit
to go
too
on
far
the
back.
truck.
There's a hell of a lot of weight on the front.
Which will be tomorrow, which will be very exciting. Dad sort of assisted. I just want to grind.
Did we stay at the pub that night?
We do this evening, yeah.
Do we? That was really nice at the pub.
Had a bloody great pub feed this evening.
Yeah, we had, I forget what we had, but it was pretty good. Mixed grill, probably.
Sort of bangers and mash. And,
Yeah. There's a hell of a business drilling those bloody holes. Yeah. We forgot the big electric drill. We've only got the little portable one.
You know, a grippy one. That's pretty tight.
This is the drill clamp system.
Yeah.
This is a DIY pedestal drill in the paddock, horizontally.
Yeah, it's like the horizontal pedestal drill. He built the thing out of 3mm steel, so it's pretty thick. So you put the clamp on the back and then winch up the clamp as you keep drilling. Pretty agricultural.
Sort of like your slasher over-engineered.
Battery
Yeah.
down on the thing. It's the old drill clamp method. Saves having to push bloody hard with your hand.
Yeah, so we forgot the big, powerful. As I said, you bring the whole tool shed with you.
Those are the nesting boxes in there, the sort of orange flat things that are blowing in the wind a bit. They fold up. The chickens get in there, can lay their eggs.
Yeah, the eggs roll onto a conveyor belt between the two nesting boxes. So this one's set up to house 600 chickens. At the moment we've got 300, less the ones we've accidentally killed or have died.
Taking the last 2 sheets of tin off here.
So removing the roof brings it back to, I think it was 3.7 wide. If you're under 4, if you're over 4, it causes a lot more problems. You've got to have a escort on each end.
How much did you pay for this one in the end?
I paid $12,500 for it.
It's a bloody beauty as well.
Yeah,
All
it's
these
really
clean
good.
eggs out of it.
Normally, you get a second-hand 450, which is produced by Chicken Caravans, which are quite good. Second-hand one of those around about 23,000 for a new kit's 32,000. This one's a 600, and we paid 12,500.
So how's the 600 chickens?
How's it 600? Yeah. So, yeah, I think the main thing we got it cheap was it was too wide, because he sold it to some bloke up near Newcastle, but the sale fell through because the freight was going to cost $4,500. So I bought it.
By figuring out a cheap freight.
Yeah, we were going to tow it.
Work on these blokes.
In WA when I was farming, you could tow anything anywhere, really, but nowadays it's all become bureaucratised, and I did apply and put a good proposal to them so we could tow it out with the ute.
Gee, tow you with a ute.
But it was refused.
Tin's off. Looking pretty naked. Back to trying to fit this bloody tow bar. All the tin numbered.
We actually towed this with the Prius. For
Yeah,
about
we
100
towed
metres.
it with the Prius. Sat the Prius up a bit, mind you.
I jumped on the bonnet.
But in the paddock it's pretty hard to tow actually, with the tractor even. We're still trying to drill the holes. The batteries ran out, so we charged them up. Here's the horizontal pedestal drill system back into play.
Also, the drill chuck keeps slipping a bit.
We do it up with the Stilson.
Dad bought this caravan a year before we finally showed up to pick it up.
Yeah, he was very patient.
Paid for it.
No, I just paid a deposit.
Really?
Oh no, I paid for it after we'd sold our house, yeah. But we hadn't got a farm at this stage, it was all just a plan. We took 12 months to find a farm.
Both batteries are dead. Running the generator to charge them.
Now we bought the battery chargers. We really needed the big drill.
Then we got to just run the drill off the generator.
Yeah.
We gave the generator a service the other day. Had a couple of mice in it.
Yeah, in the exhaust. We've got a mice plague at the moment. We've got mice in the feeder bin.
It's the kind of situation where you lose control of the trailer.
Yeah.
A bit heavy, the generator.
Well, we went in and stayed at the pub, came back out. What did we come back out to do? Finish drilling the holes.
I came back out to load it onto the truck. That's fine.
Is it?
Yeah.
So
Ah,
we're having a bit of trouble with the batteries running
rightio.
flat. Nothing's ever easy. So at the moment, woo, moving the whole caravan. It's held by that one bolt. So once the battery's charged up,
Oh, this doesn't work very well.
but we don't have to move it too far.
We just sort of got to move it in a position where we can set it up for the truck. As I said before, we discovered at the hotel there was no wireless for the phone, so we
No
had
reception.
no reception, so we had a bit of a problem. The other problem we had was the ute is a all gas ute, and we basically didn't end up with enough gas to get back to Yass. So we had to go drive over to Goulburn. When did we drive over? Early in the
Tomorrow
morning.
morning.
Yeah, through the fog. We had to drive to Goulburn to get the gas to get back. We calculated it all because, you know, it used up a bit of gas getting back, and we had just enough to get to Yass. So it's got a bit of a limited range, especially when towing something.
That was that jack giving out there, that one.
Huh?
That jack thumbed a bit, you know.
What happened with it?
They're a little dicey, these jacks.
Yeah.
Want to keep out from under it, and want to keep your head out of the way of the arm.
So this looks okay, but there's only one bolt holding and that bolt bent. We've also got a drill in there, have we? A drill
That's our
bit.
bolt. Using a drill bit.
So we.
It's short on for supplies.
Yeah, okay.
I think you just sort of drag it here, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not beautiful, but it's working.
See the bend?
Well, you know there's two bolt holes. There's only one. The thing's just sort of dropped on the ground, you know. But you can keep going a bit. That was probably the drill bit.
Hey,
It's not looking too good. I think the bolt
there
bent.
goes the drill bit.
Yeah, it's sort of pointed in the right direction now, so. So that bang you just heard was one of the bolts shearing.
Oh, wasn't the drill bit?
No, the drill bit just bent.
Pretty serious force. Well, we don't need it to get onto the tilt anyway, so. Fix the tow bar back up at yes. All set to go. take the drawbar off. Tomorrow should be an exciting day.
What's this?
Driving back to the pub.
Ah.
Yeah, lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, beautiful valley.
All finished for the day.
Heading for the pub.
Hangers and mash.
These are great adventures, really. Anything can happen. This pub was amazing. They had so much crap in there.
Ended up in this tiny little pub in Bigga. Pub hotel, staying the night.
We watched a bit of the tennis or something.
Watching a bit of tennis.
Yeah, they had cats and ornaments and handcuffed wooden horses. That was just bizarre. Ah, well, everything's ready for tomorrow. We'll be loaded on the truck. See you then.